Now, obviously, at my age, I'm well past this kind of thing, but I still take an interest. Paul Hollywood is getting married to his fiancée, Melissa Spaulding, this week at a luxury five-star resort in Cyprus, except it's the same place that he very first met his ex-wife.
Does that strike you as odd? We asked you.
That's where your past is. You want to leave your past behind and move on.
I just don't think that's a done thing.
You'd have thoughts about it, memories, wouldn't you, about in the past, really?
There'd be too many memories and other kinds of memories on my bride's side, so yeah.
I'm at an age where anything goes, it doesn't really matter.
Let's speak to two people about to get married. Not to each other, but to other people. TV presenter Hayley Sparks says there is nothing wrong with it, and those who have an issue are insecure. And radio DJ Alex Mancerolo says it's a muggy move. You'll have to explain the word muggy for those who don't watch Love Island.
I just think it's a little bit disrespectful on both sides, right? So if I took my fiancée to a place that I have connections with my ex, I feel like I'm disrespecting her and I'm disrespecting my ex in some ways because I've got some memories with her that are in the past and I want to create something new. Don't go back to your past.
Is it possibly about the place we're talking about? For example, I was saying to Susanna earlier, if I'd taken Judy, my second wife, to where I'd met my first wife, Linda, it would have been the Twisted Wheel in Carlisle. I just don't think that would have been an appropriate place at our relative ages.
It matters where it is.
If it had been the Ritz in Paris.
Yeah, but I feel like you're connected to a certain place with a certain someone. Leave that place.
I'm with him, actually.
Leave it in the past.
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
I disagree with you guys. I was with my previous partner for 16 years. So if I was going to rule out all of the places that we'd ever been, you know, I'm a travel presenter for work, so I go here, there and everywhere.
No, we're not talking about every single place.
Yeah.
We're talking about the place you met and first set eyes on and felt that frisson and knew you were going to get married
You're right, Susanna.
to your ex-husband and saying to your fiancé, that's the place I want to get married.
But you just happened to meet them there. But if they were choosing it as a venue, I love and trust my partner completely. He would be looking at that. Perhaps he said, it's the most romantic place I've ever been. I really want to share that experience with you. I know you. I think you would absolutely love it.
But he's already shared that with someone else. He's already shared it with someone else. Third wheeling.
But I have no insecurity at all. I'm glad he's had happy memories before he met me. He didn't know I existed then. I'm glad he's had a happy life. I have no issue. I have no jealousy, no insecurity, nothing against
Would you stay in the honeymoon suite?
No.
Seriously?
In the honeymoon suite?
Yeah, just supposing they'd met there, they'd loved it. Let's say it's the Ritz in Paris or, you know, the Savoy in London, and they've splashed out and, you know, 6 months later they got married and they were in the honeymoon suite, and you're in the honeymoon suite as well.
If he truly thought that was the best place in the world that he'd ever been, I genuinely would have no issue
No,
with
you
it
need to invite him
at all.
along then, because he might as well be there then.
I would say I think that is particularly unlikely, but if we're talking about a resort or a hotel where they happen to meet in the past, I just think, what is the problem? Why have you got any negative connotation towards previous partners? They've done nothing to you.
I'll tell you why, because you'll be thinking that the partner who's brought you to this place can't help but think back and remember to when it was good. Now, obviously, things went wrong because they're divorced or they're separated or whatever, but the day that they met there or they spent their honeymoon there was terrific, and they can't help but think about that when they should be thinking about you.
But if you're somebody that lives in the moment, you're in a great relationship, you're making new memories, aren't you, in that time with your partner?
That involves older people, though. You've got new memories in the past. You just go do new memories in a new location, clean slate.
I think Hayley's got a really good point. You're creating new memories which might get rid of the old memories.
It might do, but it also might not live up to it. It might not live up to it. You might go to the same place, you know, you went with your ex, and it might just not be that same moment over again. They might not like the same wine you drink. They might not like the same food, the same favourite restaurant you go to. It's not going to be the same. Leave it in the past.
But wherever you are getting married, wherever you are in the world, if you're with the right partner, all their love, attention, excitement is on that new relationship and that new marriage that's happening. If you think for 1 second that your partner is romanticising about old memories, you're marrying the wrong person. I don't think it matters. Where you are in the world, it's all about the marriage.
Listen to this, guys. We had a lot of calls about this. Thank you for ringing in with your stories. Jan has emailed to say...
Do people still ring in?
Yeah, they still ring in, that's true. She said,
what is the phone line? Is it a landline?
It's in a dusty room somewhere at the top of the building.
I suspect they're using social media.
Yeah. Anyway, listen, Jan says, my husband not only suggested that we go to Dublin for our honeymoon, where he went for his first honeymoon, so that picks up on what I was saying, but he also suggested the same first dance song.
Nah, man.
I refused both.
Nah.
I married him anyway, and we've been happily married for 17 years.
Dublin,
There you
put him in
go.
the dub
First
bin, mate.
dance.
He needs to go in the dub bin. That is well out of
Oh,
order.
come on, 17 years married, that's success, not
I
failure.
can't imagine doing my first dance with anybody but my partner, Jodie. I could not imagine that. That's disrespectful. When you said monkey moves, my man there, muggiest of movers right there.
I think take a leaf out of his book.
Rachel has contacted us in our old phone and room to agree with you. She says, I married my second husband in the same town hall by accident on the same date as I married my worst husband. She says, oh, I'm sorry,
You're
I married
never
my
going to
first
forget
husband.
the wedding anniversary.
But it didn't matter. We had a fabulous day and we've got a very happy marriage.
It's all about the love, the connection that you have with your partner. I think,
Absolutely.
you know,
Absolutely
I'd marry my
right. And
fiancé
do you know
anywhere.
what? Good luck to Paul Hollywood and his fiancée.
Yeah,
You know,
of course,
obviously
yeah.
it's going to be a magical day.